Hey guys, welcome to Two Beards Podcast, where we like to talk about beer. I know you'd be like, what? Two Beards Podcast? Talk about beer? Yes.
Weird, right?
Don't fucking question it. That's what we do here.
We don't talk about beards.
Nope.
Don't have the qualifications, the schooling,
Nope. Pretty much anything at all regarding beards. So yeah, other than none. There's none. I don't know. But anyways, feel free to like, comment, and do all the YouTube stuff if as you see fit. It's not like this video is sponsored by any means. We just like to drink good beer and tell people about it. So, Levi, what are we drinking today?
The Northwest PA by Deschutes, known as the Red Chair.
Ah, that's a little ironic because Pennsylvania is East Coast. So
Why is that ironic?
well, because Northwest PA, that could get a little confusing.
Do you not think Pennsylvania has like a Northwest area to it?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think they're pretty much just east. Yeah.
No, I get that they're east of us,
No,
but like
everything
when
that-
you're in...
Yeah, everything's
Pennsylvania.
always east.
Okay.
Just depends on the direction you're facing. So,
Sure.
yeah. All right. So, was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
We went to the mountain.
Sure.
A couple weeks ago, went to the mountain, did a little bit of snowboarding one of the days we were there. And Levi.
Yeah, so Red Chair. Let's start with that.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
Well, I just meant like transition. Red Chair is talking about a ski lift.
Mm.
Speaking of ski lifts,
We went to the mountain a couple weeks ago and did a little snowboarding and had a couple of these beers. A few of them, but
yeah, we were gonna do a podcast there in the mountains, and then it started raining, and we were like, "Well,
lovely.
that's not what you want."
Mm-mm.
The first day that we actually went snowboarding, great day to do a podcast, but thought it was gonna keep snowing. It didn't.
We thought it was going to keep snowing. We were still kind of remembering the ropes a little bit. Our feet turned into actual rocks. I think they're real hard and tough and probably can't feel good to walk on rocks, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it felt like my feet were getting mangled. I don't know if I would call it a rock.
Your feet felt like they were getting into kinky, sexy rope shit, but they ended up starting to actually get choked.
It felt like we were walking on Legos for 4 hours.
That's a good way to put that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of pain that we were experiencing. So, little out of practice, to say the
So
least.
yeah, just pretend there's snow behind us. Could have got a green screen and pretended we were in the mountains, but like, why the fuck would I do that?
It's ridiculous. Keying takes a long time to do it good.
It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it at all.
Really.
Not even a little bit.
So
They
use
like
your
get, like,
imagination. That is
lighting
worth it.
correct, and it's weird.
Your imagination is worth it, though. Probably. Yeah, we do things differently now. So like, let's just talk about the beer.
Yeah, no, for sure. Fair enough.
What do you remember about it first?
See
if you have a good memory.
Well, I also just drink a little bit.
Oh, then never mind.
I think I could remember pretty well.
Never mind then.
No, it's exact. I will say it's exactly as I remember. I think this is and I'll shit on Deschutes all day, but I think this is a very good example of, and granted it's a pale ale, of like a typical Northwest like IPA or Northwest stout beer. I think they did a pretty good job at that. It's maybe
I think it's a little citrusy.
I was gonna say it's maybe a little bit less earthy and piney than a lot of them are, and a little bit more citrusy. So maybe I should say this is what I want when I want a Northwest like IPA or pale ale. So, because a lot of the other ones they're just like a little too piney for me. So, but
They describe this as copper colored, which I'm not sure you're allowed to say anymore. That's a joke that no one will get. But here's what's throwing me off. Take a drink and think of like metallic flavors.
I don't want to ruin the beer.
No, but it's like putting pennies in your mouth, but like in a good way.
You know, I did that when I put a bottle. Actually, when Elizabeth put a bottle cap in my whiskey, that was not a good time.
Okay, but like tasting pennies, but in a good way.
I just get like citrusy herbal hops. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I could like see what you mean, but
It's because it's like it's got this very like bright aromatic like touch at first, and then it's like then rounded out by like the caramel malty tones. So like I think it's that first like taste that it's just very bright. And the smell is like all bright. Just like
for sure.
you smell and it's just like if you were blindfolded and you smelled this, you would think like daisy cutter pale ale, kind of light citrusy kind of thing.
Yeah, almost grassy.
Yeah. Taste wise, not you get a little bit of that up front, but not the whole experience.
Yeah, it's interesting, like for how hoppy it is.
There's an evolution.
Yeah, how present the malt is. So, it's I don't know. It's a good beer. I really do like this a lot. I was happily surprised. Again, being the type of person who just shits on Deschutes all day long, I was happy that this didn't suck big butthole.
Yeah, you're not a huge fan of Deschutes, so
There's a bunch of fucking liars. That's
I
why.
get that.
Yeah, it's my only thing, and hear me out. Like,
What if we don't want to hear you out?
then
My only thing. Great.
then that's all you get. My only thing is, I do think this beer is pretty situational for when I like will really enjoy it. It's got to be kind of chilly. I don't need to be in snow. I don't need to be freezing. I don't I'm not gonna want this in the summer personally.
I think I agree that it's very situational. I think this is like you're warm indoors in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because like to your point, like you don't want to be in the snow drinking this beer, like unless you're like coming down from a run, like snowboarding, and you're like hot as fuck and sweaty.
Yeah.
Like this isn't going to warm you up is what I'm getting at.
Right.
It's going to cool you down.
Yeah.
But also because of those maltier tones, you're not exactly looking for those in the summer either. So
because it's not refreshing by any means. So it's
pretty unique.
It's cozy.
Yeah,
I think it's a fair way to put that. So
it's it's the citrus version of Sierra Nevada's Celebration.
Oh yeah, totally.
Whereas they have more like it's almost berry like. This one's more like orange citrus.
Totally. Yeah, I can get on that train.
And we say the same thing about that one. We're like the perfect beer for like in the cabin in the snow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but their little artwork that they got going on that thing couldn't have captured the moment any better.
Exactly. So, yeah,
I want this to be a beer that I could like crush on the chair up, but clearly we should probably just leave that for ciders, right? Like you're at the fucking mountain, you just gotta fucking slam a cider, bro. No, but again, it's really good. I think for like we couldn't have tried it under better circumstances when we first had this. It was like,
Yeah.
I think it was the night we got back from snowboarding
Yeah, I think so.
when we tried it. So
Time for a beer,
yeah,
kind of thing.
fucking solid.
Yeah, I agree with you. But Slam and Cider guy forgot about that.
He forgot about all the rules, man. There's
I
only
just-
mountain rules for him.
I don't think I can even accept that. Like, who the fuck says, you want me to go slam a cider, bud? You want anything? What?
His friend was embarrassed.
He was. He was like,
Did we talk about this on Pints? I think we talked about this on Pints. Is
Maybe.
what it was. Yeah.
I don't know that we did.
Yeah, I think it was Pints that we talked about it.
But
Because I know we talked about it on camera, and I know we didn't podcast.
we should
since
do a
then.
pints where we slam a cider.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Um,
Like a
But-
1 minute episode.
yeah. 30 seconds.
Down.
Slam cider. Good. Bad. Go. Man, I don't get, like, I'm trying to put myself in the mindset, right? Like, maybe I really like ciders. And if I really like ciders, I don't see me slamming a cider
No.
right before a run
No.
snowboarding.
No.
And then maybe it's like, okay, they don't have hard alcohol and I don't like beer. So maybe that's what it is. Doesn't like beer. They don't have hard alcohol, but he needs some alcohol in his veins. So he's like, what do I do?
He needs it now.
I gotta slam a cider. But like, if that's the case, he was a little too excited about telling his buddy. Like, that's something you do in, like, away from people, I feel like, if you're like embarrassed about it.
Like he's waiting in line, and he's like, "Yeah, you need stat, Bruce? Maybe I needed a friend stat to wait with me in line while I get my fucking snowboard rental."
Yeah.
You know, and his friend's like, "Gotta fucking slam a cider, bro."
I just don't understand. If you've ever slammed a cider or wanted to, really, like, I guess you could not want to and have done it, which makes more sense.
Sure.
But if you've ever wanted to slam a cider, let us know why.
Yeah, I need to know. It's more of a need than a want at this point.
Yeah. I'm just so confused.
For science, really.
The best thing was like, we'd been standing in line for like 20 minutes and we couldn't, like, his friend was embarrassed. So like Nick and I weren't going to like shit on them because he was already embarrassed.
Like
If he was like, yeah, dude, let's go slam a cider, Nick and I would have just shit on him. Like, not to their faces, but we would have like laughed.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and been
I
like,
would have audibly laughed.
oh, a cider.
Oh.
We're those dickheads who like don't have any real regard for like pissing people off in public. But his friend was already embarrassed, so the damage was done, I felt like.
I think so too, yeah. Absolutely.
So we didn't even like look at each other or acknowledge that we heard it, but both of us were
couldn't.
like,
I would have died if I would have locked eyes with you. I would have died.
we were dying inside.
Yeah.
And we're like, gotta
Must-
hold it in.
Must hold in laughter.
And we could be in line with this dickhead that we just pissed off for 20 more minutes, so we didn't know.
Not a great situation to be in.
So we get Nick's shit, get back to the car,
Yes.
and I like at that time I had like remembered what had transpired, and I was like, can we mention slamming a cider guy?
The whole process took so long, and it was like such a thing. I legitimately like momentarily that memory eluded me.
Yeah.
And when you had remembered and brought it back, I mean, it was dead. It was just so fucking funny. God damn it.
Like, they started it off or ended it with the rocket power woogity 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 thing, and it was just like
That
what-
alone,
what
I
are
just
we-
went, what?
Yeah. Like, good show.
Sure.
Top tier cartoon back in the day.
Absolutely.
But like,
No.
that might be something you like jest with, like,
It's more of a joke at this point than
yeah,
or it should be more of a joke at this point than
like at your house,
Yeah.
not like embarrassing your friend in line with people that he's got to stand around for 40 minutes and then capping it off with "Go slam a cider, buddy."
based off his action of wanting to go slam a cider, I could proudly say that woogity woogity was very serious. It was no frame of mind.
No, it was
a
serious.
joke.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So just everything combined, I'm like, man, you must be a time and a half to hang out with, guy.
All right. Are you ready to rate the beer? You could get there?
Yeah, I could get there. You go first.
All right. We won't do it at the same time.
We won't. Yeah,
I'll
we're
let
already,
mine influence you.
we're already changing shit up,
I'll let mine influence you. It's fine.
I've already gotten there.
I have the correct answer anyways, so it's 3.5, obviously.
Interesting. Okay.
In the good category.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
So in the good category.
Yes.
Okay.
The differentiating being good.
Holy fuck. How's it even happen?
Well, my hand is broken, remember?
Oh, that can't help. You can tighten that sucker down?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Maybe. Okay, so the differentiator. Ouch, this really hurts.
Yeah, can I?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just pushing through it. That's what you want to do with the broken thumb. Good is solid. Concept is there and it's well executed. Great being the flavors don't hit quite perfect to throw it into that A category. So we got to put you somewhere. We didn't really talk about the critiques. Well, A critique that we did bring up, situational.
Yeah.
It's a very situational beer.
Yeah.
And it's not like a fantastic situational. Like I'm like, oh, I can't wait for. Like if it's October, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait for Central Oregon to get some snow so I can get me some red chair.
Yeah, no.
It's like just like a perk that it's like, oh, it's a pretty good beer. I remember that one. I'll pick it up. Haven't had it in a year. But I'm not like edging my seat like I am for Celebration to release.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So that's where I'm at with this. Already probably putting it in the B category because I'm not like super stoked about it. What probably drops it down from great to good is, we didn't really talk about this, but the feel. Because it's got this like very bright initial taste, it feels very watery, and then it makes that like evolution to the maltier tones very like disconnected from the texture. I expect a much heartier beer, and then my mouth afterwards kind of tastes like chalk from the sugars. Like it's not
like a wet chalk.
Yeah, so
a little goopy.
The texture leaves something to be desired for me on like a amber style beer. That's, I get it's kind of a blend between a pale ale and an amber. It's just not. I don't love the blend. I don't think it's particularly a bad thing. It's just not. I think it's solid. Just don't think it's great.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Until you brought up the feel of the beer, I was very hard set on going 3.75.
Okay.
And I was going to throw in that great category, The actual flavor of the beer, I think it's great. I love the hop profile. I think the malt kind of kicks in a little too much, especially for like a pale ale, Yeah,
it's not like 50-50. It's like 20% hop citrus to 80% malt.
Yeah, right. And it's like for a pale ale, IPA kind of thing, because that's the other thing too that we bring up as well. It's like this guy is listed at 60 IBUs and 6.2%. I mean, that's more than fair enough to call an IPA.
It's a hearty pale ale.
Yeah, it's a hearty pale ale for sure. I mean, you're not gonna be go slamming no pale ales with this guy anytime soon. Like it's you'll get somewhere at the very least if you do. So it's just kind of weird how much that plays a role, and it's not like a total domination, right? Where like the hops and malts complement each other. Mm-hmm. Like this is very distinctual, where it's like, here are the hops with, like you said, it starts off nice and bright, and then it's like, boom, here's this big old malt fupa going on.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's not an amazing transition. It's still, again, I'm being hypercritical and hyper observant.
We're like shitting on it because we're like justifying why we're not rating it higher.
Exactly.
Not like why we're rating it. Like we're like it's not like in the C or D category.
Totally. Yeah. So and to kind of finalize it, I'll say you brought me down to a 3.5 with the feel of the beer. And I'll still say that it is great. I still think it kind of goes a little above and beyond that point. But yeah, coming down to 3.5 rather than like a 4 or a 3.75. When you started talking about the feel, that got me thinking, and I was like, yeah, no, actually, I really wish that this like had a lot more harsher of a carb to it. Since the malt is so strong, I wish it kind of like had a little more of a bite to it. But that's something that kind of lacks there, which
Sure.
Makes it a nice winter cabin beer, I guess. But even with that, like again, you're a pale ale, right? You're not an amber. You're not like a red ale or whatever the fuck that shit is. It's pale ale. So I just feel like they could loosen up on the malts a little bit more, give it some bite, and give it just give it a little bit of bite. I was like, I actually don't know where else I'm going with it after this. So, but solid beer. It's good. It's, again, I'll throw it into the great category. I'll say 3.5 great. So
there you go.
But I'm with you. I'm not gonna wait around all year waiting to get this guy like I am with the Born Yesterday, or like you said, this
Zombie Dust.
Oh, totally fucking Zombie Dust. Thank God that shit's year round. Don't know what I would do without Zombie Dust in my life. I say my life because I'm from Indiana. Okay.
We should still try to find Zombie Dust at some point.
I mean, can do. I've actually been telling my dad, hey, send me beer. I'll send you beer. And he's like, great, text me what you want. And
Zombie Dust.
And I don't text him what I want. So that's really all I got to do. Zombie Dust, bro. Fucking fill that box up.
What are you going to send him?
I don't know yet. I was thinking about that. Like, obviously, some Bodie, right? Like
Bodie and Johnny is obviously.
Yeah, definitely Johnny. I think, actually, I might not even send him Bodie because I think he's had Bodie before.
Okay.
I think I might send him Johnny because that one.
Bale Breaker's got to be up there.
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna like curate a little bit more. Like maybe stop at E9 and grab like some of their lagers and stuff, because that's like kind of more of what he likes. Like he likes pale ales and IPAs, but the guy just fucking
some red can.
Yeah, I'll give him a red can. Maybe a pub. But
hopefully they have My Fishing Buddy. Great beer.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. That'd be real good. So yeah, we'll have to get some Zombie Dust. I want to get some Fist City and some Antihero. But they made a post. they have a new 12-pack. I didn't comment. You should be proud of me.
Okay.
I didn't comment. That's not where this is going.
Okay. That's what I was like, do we have another story of,
no, it's not where this is
going off the rails on social media?
I had this all in my head. They have a new 12-pack. They call it Freedom Variety Pack.
Okay.
I'll say that again. Freedom Variety Pack. The brewery that remained closed even when they were able to be opened and are jerking off over masks and the government's higher intuition over its people.
To some people, freedom means other things or something. I don't know.
So the people who deleted my comment, the first beer in their Freedom Variety Pack.
Nick's IPA.
Freedom
you,
of speech.
Nice.
It is a session sour ale with what? Peaches. Freedom of speech.
Well, at least they did you right and like made it a shitty beer.
Sure, right? Sure.
So they just believe in shitty freedom of speech.
So this is, because this is the Session Sours Variety Pack is what this is.
Okay.
The next one is Freedom of Expression. Interesting. I didn't feel like I could express myself in your comment section. I feel like that's a little
redundant as well, but yeah, go on.
Sure, absolutely. Don't worry, it gets more redundant from here on out. The next one is freedom of press. I feel like you already covered that in your freedom of speech one, but who am I to judge? This one ventures out a little bit more, at least. Freedom of assembly. The first one, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. The second one, I can't fucking read this shit, so I don't know. You have to tell me what these fruits are.
Do you know, does ramen man mean anything to you?
Does ramen man?
Yeah.
We talking about Uncle Roger?
No.
Then no.
So on the freedom of assembly thing or whatever.
Okay.
I think it was Cuomo. I could be wrong. Someone like that was like talking about the protests and shit and was like, where does it say that protests have to be peaceful? And a guy's just like taking a bite of dry ramen. and he's like on like a green screen, like it's like a TikTok or something like that. And he's like on like the background of is like that's going on in the background behind him. And he's like takes a bite of his ramen, like chewing his dry crunchy ramen. And it's like right fucking there. And it's the First Amendment because it says right to peacefully protest.
Didn't get very far, did you?
That was pretty funny. That was a good video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that. It's funny. I mean, the laws go on from there. You know how you can't, fucking assault somebody. That's illegal. But officer, it's okay. I can assault this man. I'm protesting. Please proceed.
Yeah, so we'll watch that after this.
Oh, that's great.
Maybe I'll put it in. I don't know.
Him. He's definitely from fucking like Georgia.
Yeah, I know,
sure.
right?
That's for fucking sure.
Was Chris Cuomo? There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good shit.
That beer pack doesn't sound great, to be honest.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like the fucking worst. Which, sure, some people like that shit, and I understand that pretty much up until now, a lot, if not the majority of your beers, have been IPA driven. So, hey, that's, can't really complain about that. They've done a great job with their IPAs. I don't think I like them and their ideals. I don't really know them as people. I feel like I wouldn't really enjoy their presence after seeing their posts in the last year.
I mean,
but they make fantastic beer.
Like, I don't have a problem with their posts.
I said might.
Well, I know. I'm just explaining my view about them.
Go ahead.
I don't have a problem with their post, but I also don't think I would like them very much. Mostly because I don't like anyone very much.
Those facts add up, yeah.
So,
yeah,
I like
two plus carry the one.
7 people, 9 on a good day, maybe. So,
I mean
and that's probably generous, honestly.
It's like one person per emotion for you, right?
Yeah,
pretty much. That checks out. You got like that
cold, heartless bastard.
You got that
that's what they say.
Out. You got that inside out. Someone says that.
That's what they say.
I believe asshole was referenced multiple times.
Well, I mean, that's just true.
I don't know if I should. I feel like the moment's kind of gone.
I feel like if I was cold, I wouldn't need AC. That's kind of a staple.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would die if not. So I commented yesterday, that's a good joke. The problem with Facebook's comment threads is it doesn't really post it in order, so I don't remember what I said that to of hers. And she responded to me.
Oh, yeah. I had some Facebook drama go down yesterday.
Yeah,
so that's what Nick's referencing now.
Like,
without any context, and you really don't need the context.
Exactly that. I'm trying not to really get into the context, but I want to explain this part to you.
Yeah.
So she responded to me with a kissy face. And I wanted to comment back. There's 2 things I could go about. There's 2 ways I could go about going. A, I come back. Ew. Don't kiss me. Aren't you married? And the other way I could go about it is, ew, don't kiss me. You're going to give me corona or ignorance or whatever it is you have. I feel like they're both pretty good options, personally.
I mean, I'll take some beer, even if it's Corona. Like,
Some beer?
Yeah, you said she'll give you some Corona, and I was like, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah,
I'll take a couple beers.
I'll take the beer, I guess. But the ignorance part, I don't really want.
Well, Corona, a little lime. You can have chicken. I'll have some mahi fish tacos, all fried up and delicious.
Oh.
What?
Why is that the next tier down from fish?
Well, I was going like a white meat because like the
Tropical.
Corona and lime,
Yeah.
you know, like pico de gallo kind of.
Like a mango pico de gallo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I went chicken.
Okay, that's fair.
Nice spicy crema.
Okay,
right?
I'm on par with you now. I was pretty insulted that you didn't do like asada, or at the very least, even though you disagree at many levels.
Just say carnitas. Just say carnitas.
Al pastor.
No.
Carnitas. So, but no, I'm with
I don't
you.
disagree on
No, I'm with you.
many levels. I disagree on one level with El Pastor.
No, I know you like it. It tastes good.
Yes.
But it's just of what it's considered. And we don't need to have this conversation again. We don't need to have this conversation again. We can end it on, we like it and it tastes good.
Sure.
That's how we'll end that.
But I was going for like beach vibes.
Sure. Yes. And so I'm with you now. Yeah, I'm with you now. Yeah, I'm like, okay,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I don't want to force Nick into seafood tacos, even though it's bomb, like shrimp tacos, mahi tacos, all delicious.
Wish, man.
Yeah, so you get chicken.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Maybe we're in Florida, some like alligator or crocodile or whatever they have.
Ooh, alligator fucking tacos. I would fuck with that.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's a thing, but we can make it a thing,
Oh, I would fuck with that.
right?
I'm assuming it's like very like I'm picturing like dark meat of chicken texture.
I don't know. I had it once when I was a kid, and when I was a kid, I thought this tastes exactly like chicken.
Sure.
So I was a kid, so I could have been a stupid fucking kid, and that could be wrong. But
No, you're probably right. I had frog legs as an adult. Just tastes like
Chicken.
chicken. Yeah. Like most things are just.
yeah, at some point, it's like this is an unidentifiable meat, so chicken.
Chicken or tough beef. That's like
Yeah.
the only two options.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not that everything tastes like chicken. It's just that
A lot of things do is all.
Not very flavorful meat tastes like chicken.
What does turkey taste like? Dried chicken.
Yeah. The worst kind of chicken, to be honest. So I don't know what we're doing here. I still I will never understand Thanksgiving. I just won't.
It sucks.
And it's hard for people to come to terms with how right I am about it.
It is very hard for people to come to those terms. I eat turkey out of tradition, and also there is some sort of flavor that turkey has that you don't get from chicken that, like, for God's sake, if you could just keep the fucking moisture in, would be so good.
Yeah, but
Because like the actual like flavor part of it is pretty good.
To be fair, I wouldn't even eat chicken on Thanksgiving. I would,
Well, yeah, when you have the choice, like you're gonna make a steak. I mean, that's just you.
or like
a roast or.
Well, I always say we should do Mexican Thanksgiving, and like you just potluck
Tacos.
like tacos, burritos, tamales. So, you can do whatever you want. That's what I always shoot for. That always gets shot down. Someone wants fucking turkey, and then like
ham's good.
2 people eat it. No, ham's fine, but usually that's Christmas for a lot of people.
Sure, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what they say, right? They're like, all right, we can't have ham. We're gonna have ham in a month at Christmas.
Do both.
When's the last time you had a burger? 2 days ago? How about before that? 3 days ago?
Yeah.
And you're saying you can't have ham a fucking month apart?
True.
Come on. Get your figure out of your ass.
Well, the answer is just they're not that good. So
No, hams are good. Turkey's not.
no, I mean like you'll eat a burger every day because they're fucking delicious
Oh, I see your
comparatively, and that's like why I'm like skeptical of Thanksgiving because I'm like why don't we just make burgers?
So like burger is like A tier fucking quality shit, whereas like ham is like B minus.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it's bad.
Turkey is like a D to an F.
Turkey is bad.
Yeah.
Some people make the argument, and this is okay. So, like, you're probably sitting there thinking, "Oh, what about other Thanksgiving delicious food like macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes?" Yeah, they're delicious. No one's saying otherwise. Your stuffing's fucking disgusting, and your cranberry bullshit is also worse. And you're fucking like, why are we doing like fake fruit desserts? Like, I hate those.
Like what?
Like the cranberry dessert, like bullshits, you know? Pumpkin pie is the only acceptable dessert here, and it has to be with good, proper whipped cream, not your fucking canned whipped cream, gross bullshit. And even pumpkin pie, I still haven't had one that lives up to what I want pumpkin pie to live up to. I want it to be like, because you know how like
we've been through this. You need to get into.
No, I know,
baking.
but we're podcasting, so like even though
okay,
we've
sure.
been
I'll entertain you. I'll entertain you. Go on.
We're podcasting.
Go on.
People listening.
Go on. I'm with you now.
They use like the allspice and the clove and stuff in pumpkin pie. You know, I don't know what they use. I'm not a baker. I'm not a pumpkin pie scientist.
Sure.
But they use like those Christmassy spices, nutmegs and all that stuff. I want pumpkin pie to be less sweet and more spicy, and then you get the sweetness from the whipped cream. Like I want to take a bite of pumpkin pie and be like, wow, this really isn't good by itself because it's too bitter and too spicy.
I think nutmeg is fine, but I'm with you that like everything else a lot of the time like makes it a little too sweet.
Like there's too much sugar in it.
I think I'm more okay with it than you are, obviously.
Sure. But you like sweet things, so...
Exactly. But I don't disagree that it would be nice and refreshing to kind of balance that out a little bit. And then, like you said, have the whipped cream kind of give it that extra bit of oomph that you need in the sweet department.
Yeah.
I mean, nutmeg is like essential to like the flavor of pumpkin pie.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying get rid of those things. I'm saying
tone
like...
Tone them down.
No, I'm saying like play on the spices more.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Like, because pumpkin pie, I assume, has like just like a fuck ton of sugar in it to make it all, you know, pie, and it's just not my thing.
Yeah, and I mean, when you go buy a pumpkin pie at the store, which is like what everyone does, right? Like, what are you actually getting, right? Like, you think the people who actually made that pie, they took the innards of pumpkin? I don't know about that. I feel like there's some fake shit going on there.
I'm with you. I'm skeptical too.
And so I feel like if we made a real pumpkin pie, I think just that alone would make it like you would like it way fucking better because you wouldn't be just tasting this like fake sugar taste.
See, really what I need is to like go to a Thanksgiving and they're like, okay, we're not going to have turkey. We're going to do, you know, prime rib. And then it's like W. And they're like, that way we can get mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. Everyone's happy. And then we have to do a good pumpkin pie. Then I would be like, now I'm interested in making a pumpkin pie.
Where do I attend this event and make the best pumpkin pie you've ever had?
But I'm in the stage of where I'm, you know, protesting the very nature of Thanksgiving dinner. So I can't just be like, you know, I don't like this, but I'll help you with your pumpkin pie. No, I got to reject it outright. I got to stand my ground. I got to die on this hill.
You know what's
Thanksgiving's the worst.
You know what's going to cure that? When you guys get a bigger house and host Thanksgiving. And then it's your Thanksgiving, and you go, this is what we're fucking having. And I'm not saying it's got to be a whole thing, right? Like, it could
last
just be
year
like,
was pretty nice for my families because we just did it potluck style, and I brought pizza.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I just mean, like, you know, in general, like, you want it to be a thing, like, you're gonna have to make it a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's got to be a new tradition where you do it every year. I'm just saying, like, one of these times.
I don't want to make a prime rib though.
Why?
Because I'm not. It's not my kind of style of cooking beef. Like I don't do ribs.
Oh God, they're so good.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm
Pork
just saying
ribs.
I don't do ribs. Oh, beef ribs are bomb.
Beef ribs are bomb, but
They're the best.
But it's it's different, and
It
I know
is,
why you like
but it's
them probably
delicious.
more. But the thing is because with beef ribs, I feel like they're better when you make it more smoky. And
Well,
pork
huge.
and pork ribs, although you can have smoky, they're typically on the sweeter end.
Yeah, because you like put barbecue sauce and grossness on them.
No fucking
Fuck that.
shit, you put barbecue sauce on them.
Beef ribs, you don't need to. They're just delicious.
Need to, sure. Want to? Yeah.
But it just ribs are my thing. So
Yeah, I get
I
that.
cook steak.
Haven't had ribs in a long fucking time. Kind of want to do that.
I
but
had
it's a whole thing.
A beef rib or two when we went to Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get like 3 of them like big boys, and it's like you're fucking done after that.
If that.
Yeah.
Then we did like pulled pork and shit as well. But
Fuck yeah. God, I love barbecue so much.
yeah.
That was the one part. That's not true, not the only part, but that was one of the parts that I fucking loved about Florida. It's like, yeah, let's go around the block to this barbecue.
Southern barbecue, yeah.
Go around the next block to this other barbecue, and I'm like,
Yeah.
And then we'll go fucking swimming in bathwater after that. I'm like, this I can get used to. The rain is warm there. Come
You
on.
like to shit on Florida for how much you like it, which is funny.
Oh, sure, for sure. No, I'm very torn.
Yeah.
I'm very torn about Florida.
Like it seems like you are less against Florida from like a weather perspective, even though you like to say the humidity and stuff. And it seems like you are just like morally against Florida, like you're prejudiced against Florida, really for no fault of their own.
no, the
Like
humidity.
it seems like you got some like maybe what it is. I think I know. Like you're from the Midwest,
True.
so you have the same like ass humidity. So you're like, man, why did I come down here? Could have just stayed home in our own ass humidity. And then you're also like, but they got good weather all year round. So like, fuck you guys. I have to deal with the snow. So you get like, you know, you deal with ass humidity for like 1 month and then you're just glorious for the rest of the year while I have to go back and live in the fucking snow. And then, you know,
You're glamorizing it. They deal with fucking humidity
know.
from
I'm
end of May until fucking August.
yeah, I'm just saying,
No,
like,
September rather.
I'm just saying, I think it's, you're a little jealous.
I'm not
I think you got some,
jealous.
I think you got some bad northerner blood.
No, I mean, sure. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that.
It's like
I can't deny
Washingtonians
that.
being like, fuck California, we love the rain. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Because you complain about it while you're here, and you only want it when you move to California. So, like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. Oh, finally it's raining. Fuck off. Why'd you come here then?
Yeah.
Bitch. Anyways, no, the humidity does suck ass. It is effective as much throughout the year as it is in Illinois. The plus is you just fucking wear, and I don't wear sandals. I'll wear sandals in Florida. I don't know what it is, but a pair of thong sandals, like some like Quicksilver thong sandals in Florida, just feels right. You just
Well,
wear
maybe-
shorts all day, every day.
Maybe that's what leaves a bad taste in your mouth too, in that because you're not used to wearing sandals, you get blisters.
No, I don't get. No, I
So
don't
you're
do
like,
that.
fuck
Yeah, no,
this.
I don't got little bitch boy feet. I don't get those. I have had. I'll say 2 for the sake of argument. Blisters on my feet in my entire life.
I get them on my ankles pretty bad
Nope.
from like hiking and stuff. I don't get them on my toes like from sandals or anything, but I break sandals all the time.
Yes.
I will buy sandals like if I was going to Florida would buy sandals in Florida, and I won't be leaving with them because they will break by the time.
I kept my Quicksilver. I kept my Quicksilver ones for a while. Actually, they were just like good quality. They lasted a while because I normally just get like the fucking $2 Walmart ones because I'm like, oh, they're sandals. It's my same theory with sunglasses. I don't get expensive sunglasses because I'm going to either lose them or I'm going to break them.
I take care of my sunglasses, so I never worry about that.
Sure, yeah, no, I sit on mine. So with my sandals, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna break them, so I'll just get the $2 ones. Of course, I'm gonna break them. I'm getting the $2 ones. When I spent all they were, I think they were like $16 or $20 for the like a little bit better ones, and I was like, oh fuck, no, these are actually they hold up a little better. Go figure, right? But I have Crocs now, so I don't gotta worry about anything. So on top of that, it rains. It rains a lot.
It does.
No, hear me out.
No, it does.
And here's people's misconception. They'll go, oh yeah, but it just rains for like 10 minutes in the morning and then 10 minutes in the afternoon and then like that's it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but that's one part of my life that you don't understand about me. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's actually raining. I don't mind rain, especially in Florida. It's unlike Illinois and here where we got fucking cold rain. When it's raining in Florida, it's bathwater dumping on you.
Yeah.
It feels so nice. You're not like chilling in shorts and t-shirt and you're freezing. It's like, okay, this is just the same temperature of the air falling on me. It's not a big deal.
So get to your skating point.
I like to skateboard, okay? And when the pavement is just constantly fucking wet, I can't do that. But my bearings rusting over or fucking slipping and sliding, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry that is a hobby of mine. So, and
I'm just saying, you were like, you don't get it. And I was like, no, I know exactly.
No, you
where,
get it.
Yeah.
No, you get it. I'm talking about them. They
Sure.
The average person doesn't get it. I know you get it.
But one of the things I do like about the consistent rain,
you know what you're going to get?
Beautiful plants.
Rainbows. Yes. No, absolutely. That's like where actual...
Like same thing with Hawaii, like
just
year round, like flowers and like, all that stuff.
All the pretty shit you see in LA was imported from Florida.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Not a lie. Don't know if you know this. I know you know this. And palm trees don't grow in fucking California.
And they don't do great in California either.
No, they don't.
They survive for sure, but like when you look at like palm trees and like the foliage around palm trees in California versus Florida, you're like, oh, it's a little different.
Yeah, you have to triple your water bill just to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Like they're just not meant for that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
But people are persistent. So
I mean, I like palm trees.
I do too. They're nice. It really paints a vibe for you. Like
it really does.
Even just driving down the street, you're like, yeah, I'm in paradise right now.
Yeah, true.
Honestly. So yeah, you're right. I do hate Florida a lot less than I say, but my reasons for disliking it matter a lot to me. So
sure.
Would I live there for a time in my life?
Again, I think you're prejudiced.
Totally. No, I'm not prejudiced. I want to be down south. I don't want to be up north here anymore. Kidding me?
I mean, you moved a little far south.
I think I moved further north, to be honest with you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not the case.
Illinois literally has Wisconsin above it before Canada.
Yeah. You're right. But like maybe?
Like how much are we talking here?
Yeah.
I bet you straight across, before you zoom out, I think straight across of Illinois is the bottom of Oregon.
What?
Where I'm at, where I lived, like Chicago area.
I just feel like you're more north. That could be totally wrong. I just feel like you're more north.
I understand that. Bottom of Oregon, look at
that. Yeah. So, well, you moved up north.
I moved up north. Crazy enough, we got better weather here, kind of.
Oh yeah, we certainly have better weather.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it rains a little bit more, but the sacrifice you pay to have as freezing temps and wind.
And we get a lot less sun.
Yeah.
I would bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we talked about that, where in winter here, it's just gray for 9 months.
It doesn't rain all the time. Like people say like, oh, it must rain up all the time up there. It's like, well, it's kind of, everything's just wet forever. Yes. But like, it doesn't rain.
Well, it has its seasons, right? And, but we talked about where like, even though whether it's raining or not, it's just gray here. In Illinois, it'll be the middle of December and it could be snowing, but it's sunny. Like it's like sunny in the winter in Illinois.
Okay, so
and it makes a difference.
On average, there are 152 sunny days per year in Seattle.
Okay.
189 sunny days in Chicago.
It's a big difference when you're talking only
over
365.
Over a month.
Yeah.
Like right. 47 days of more sunshine.
That really, and last year I felt it. Really felt it.
Yeah. No.
Like I remember going winter 19 into the beginning of 2020, and I'm like, I'm feeling it, man. I really need some sun. I need to play some cornhole outside barefoot. Like I'm feeling it. It's pretty grueling. Like if you're if you're paying attention to it, because it's so easy to get caught into the whole seasonal depression thing. You just think your life sucks, even though you don't know your life sucks. Like you're not consciously aware of you thinking that your life sucks. Sure. Yeah. Well, and a big part, at least personally, was like, this is like my first full year through here, right? So it's like I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this has got to end sometime, right? And then it just
like no
doesn't. Like, oh. So at least now this year, this time around, I've prepared for it, and it has not depressed me as much.
Yeah, it helps being prepared. You have to realize the sunny days are few and far between. So when you have a sunny day, you go on a walk.
Yeah, no, very funny you bring that up. I made sure to take advantage of my sunny days recently.
Yeah. Because I think we're going into another spell starting today of just gray.
Rain and gray. Yeah. Today was really nice until about 3/4 of the way through when it finally started raining.
Oh, we're in that season of time where Friday, Saturday, Sunday, rain. Monday, partly sunny.
Yeah.
That's always fun. That's June.
Lovely. Oh, wow. Next Saturday, if that 57 and sun can hold, oh, God, I might cry. If that holds, we have to.
Probably won't.
If that holds.
Probably won't.
Sure, but if that holds, we have to cornhole and beer.
57?
Yeah, dog. You wear a long sleeve shirt and you work up a little bit of a sweat drinking beer. Trust me. It feels good.
See. If it's that dry, that's the biggest thing. It's it has to be dry. But if it's that dry, I probably need to start lawn work.
You might.
We're getting to mid-March next week, so.
Again, allegedly, anything could change. But the first 3 days of next week, 50s and sunny. So that makes a difference. I mean, I guess you got a lot of rain beforehand, so you might be fine. But really, you're entering that part where you're just going to have to start cutting your lawn more than anything.
Well, I want to prep my lawn for the next season. That's what I'm.
Oh, then you're definitely gonna want to fucking do that shit now.
Yeah, I need it to dry up a little bit. That's the only thing.
Gotcha.
That I'm kind of waiting on.
Well, looks like you got a few days next week. Better get on it.
I mean, I got all of March and some of April to be able to.
Sure, there, right? But you would like to not skip a beat.
Yeah.
Whereas, you might end up doing so.
All right. Well, this has been Red Chair. If you've made it this far, you might not be able to get it this year. So write it on your calendar for next year when Central Oregon starts snowing.
True.
Or don't.
If you don't want a sledgehammer of one-dimensional hops, get this.
Final thoughts, concerns, questions?
Wish it wasn't as malty, but very good.
See you on our next episode, which we don't know when it'll be because we're just filming the beer that we want to film, and that's where we are.
Yeah, but check out Pints. That releases every Sunday. Kind of a nice, cool local thing for us wherever we're at. It's intended to be releases on a Sunday afternoon. So if you see a beer in the area that you're in, you can go grab it that afternoon.
Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Good morning.